What's up, Falcon fans? This is the recap video on what the hell just happened to the Atlanta Falcons, where I give you guys my personal opinion. So if you guys like this type of content, hit that like button. If you guys hate this type of content, hit that dislike button or hurt your boy's feelings. Well, maybe it's a little bit, but if you want to do a huge favor for your boy by hitting that subscribe button, it will help the empire grow. So on that note, let's just dive into the video with the good, the bad, and the Falcons. Let's start out with the good. So I want to start out with a running game. Now, I stated in my last video against the Seattle Seahawks in my preview video that I stated that the Atlanta Falcons average 80 yards per game, besides 2 games, and that was against the Eagles and the Panthers, where we had over 150 plus rushing yards in those 2 games. Bijan Robinson finally got over 100 rushing yards, where he should have been doing that already, but is 103 for today. 21 carries, a little bit too much for me personally, but I'm okay with that. 1 rushing touchdown, and he did make a lot of people tackle him, so you know that's a good thing for highlights videos. I know people probably don't care right now, but I just want to say that I thought, they did a really good job in total. 155 total, 33 total carries. Now, I know some people were saying they ran the ball a little bit too much, but then again, you got to make sure you stall out the clock, you tire the opponent, and then with a fine balance of play action and all that great palaver. I know they didn't do that a lot, hopefully, or successfully, but, I just want to give my dues, because remember, I'd rather get over 150 total rushing yards than having 50 rushing yards. I just want to make sure that we are capable of at least getting over 100 rushing yards per game, and that's all I have to say about that department. So when it comes to the receiving end, Drake London, 6 receptions, 63 total receiving yards and 1 touchdown on that 4th down conversion. Great job for the touchdown. He was targeted 8 times, and it really got me thinking, if Drake London had capable quarterback play in 2022 and 2023, I wonder he could have been all-pro, first-pro type of wide receiver. I know that seems kind of crazy, but we kind of remember he had Marcus Mariota and then Desmond Ridder at the helm. In his rookie year, he had 866 total receiving yards, 4 total touchdowns, 72 receptions, and then his second year, he had 69 receptions for a grand total of 905 total receiving yards and only 2 touchdowns, compared to now where he has 44 receptions, 491 total receiving yards, and 5 touchdowns. That's crazy. And he makes big critical plays down the stretch on the field, and I'm just so happy that we had him, even though I know a lot of people early on wasn't really crazy about him when we drafted him 8 overall, because they wanted Garrett Wilson and some other wide receiver at the time. I get it, because the stigma that he was slow, but man, when this guy balls, he balls. That's all I have to say. So I have to give my kudos and respects to Mr. Drake London, the hand master over here. So now let's talk about the bad. Now I want to talk about the negative side of the running game. I thought not using Tyler Algier, number 25, the bulldozer out of BYU. Why we're not using him to get more touches, more carries, more opportunities? Because he ran the ball very efficiently when he got the chance. It's mind-boggling to me that still Tyler Algier does not get at least over 10 plus carries per game, and we see what he can do when he gets more touches, like in the Carolina Panthers game. So I don't know why Raheem Morris is not doing that. I don't get it. And what also I don't understand is the penalties. The penalties have been killing this Atlanta Falcons team all season long. We've been averaging 6 penalties per game. Usually, a team does not do well and lose a lot more games than win games when it comes to penalties like that statistic. We had 9 total today, and it kind of show why the scoreboard's like this in a sense. A lot of plays were negated. The teams get tired. Your motivations go down. And frankly, it's surprisingly we're still 4-3, because easily we could be 1-5 this season. Isn't that crazy to think about it? But I digress in that dilemma. Also, what I thought was very kind of annoying, soft coverages, not aggressive enough, where you're allowing the number 1 passing attack to easily get 5 to 10 yards down the field without being contested for every single snap or every inch, almost, it feels like, because DK Metcalf caught 4 receptions for 99 receiving yards, 1 crazy ass touchdown. By the way, I can't hate, because that was pretty dope, even though it sucked, it happened to us. But Noah Fant, the tight end, big wide open down the field yardage. Tyler Lockett, I can't believe you gave him some easy, first down conversions. At least they did do a good job on Jackson Smith and McJigba, to be honest with you. But when this defense finally got pressured and quarterback hits, we only still got 1 sack by James Smith-Williams. By the way, no offense to him. Congratulations. On my preview video, I stated that Geno Smith averaged 3 sacks per game that his offensive line have given up. And for some reason, we just can't bring him down quick enough where we finally do try to get him, but he throws the ball so quick. It's just so... It's so annoying. And what is also annoying is that Caden Ellens just got bullied today. Usually he's a fantastic linebacker, but unfortunately he gave up 2 incredible, ridiculous touchdowns that really should have had backup support, especially on that DK Metcalf, where I thought he did a pretty good job until, Metcalf just made that little right turn and where Geno Smith just threw that thing on a dime. And I thought that one of the safeties would have been there a little bit closer to knock the ball out or something like that, but that didn't happen. And then the second one, well, oh my God, that wheel route by Kenneth Walker III, where he just clutched that. And I was hoping a safety would have been, near the facility or something like that, but that didn't happen in time. Oh well. And the crazy thing is, we still had a chance to win this game until the 4th quarter happened, where those 2 stupid interceptions that Kirk Cousins threw because he was just rattled. He just tried to do too much, try to play hero. And then, of course, that, forced fumble that turned into a touchdown was really the demise of the Atlanta Falcons today. Kirk Cousins got sacked 3 times. He had like 9 quarterback hits. The offensive line, even though I know they got banged up, they're just not looking good for the Atlanta Falcons, where we're having a lot of problems. I thought the offensive line was our strength going into this season, but clearly it's not, unfortunately, and that's just a damn shame, to be honest with you. And I stated in my preview video that you had to watch out for Derek Hall and then Boy Moffitt, and they both balled out today, unfortunately. And of course, I forgot they had Leonard Williams. Who knew? Shocker, right? The coaching staff for the Atlanta Falcons just took an L today. It happens. And we have to remember, they're young. These are young coaching staffs that have to build a whole new program pretty much up to the ground up. And I'm not going to be too uptight about it. I get a lot of other Falcon fans are not pleased. Believe me, if you go online, it is brutal, cutthroat. That's just part of the business, I guess. As fans in the past, you had to wait for a coaching staff to really develop. But unfortunately, in today's society, people don't want to wait anymore. They want it now. The product fresh, ready to go. So we have to take a little bit of time to adjust and see what works and what doesn't. So that's all I have to say about that. So now let's talk about the Falcons. As it stands right now, we're second in the division behind the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So this Monday night game is so important, because if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win against the Baltimore Ravens, it's going to be a hard climb for the Atlanta Falcons to not just reach to the playoffs, but win this division. But if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, please God, lose this game, we have a chance to reclaim this. But it's got to mean that the Falcons cannot slip up. We cannot lose any more games, because that's going to be a little bit tough, because we have to face the Buccaneers and then the Cowboys. I think we could take on the Saints and the Broncos. I don't know about the Chargers, because we constantly lose to them. The last time we beat them was back in 2012. The Vikings look really good. We could probably beat the Raiders. We could probably beat the Giants. The Commanders, I don't think so. And then the Panthers, yes. I'm not worried just quite yet. Maybe until the November season, where we start losing a lot more games, then I'll hit the panic button. But till then, I believe in this team to make the right adjustments, and hopefully we can start winning again. So if you guys lasted this long to the very end of the episode, thank you so much for taking your own personal time and day to watch these Falcon content videos. I have more here on the screen if you guys are interested in. So what do Falcons do? Rise up. Until the next episode, show love and peace to the world, and peace.